and welcome to Breed or Concede, your very own dedicated Monster Girl podcast. A friend of mine came up with this idea a couple weeks ago and asked if I wanted to join with one of our other friends. But before we start, I wanted to give a full disclaimer that there is another YouTube channel who does something similar, but we had no idea that they existed before we started recording this ourselves. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started with the first official episode of Breed or Concede.
Okay, carry on.
All right, welcome to Breed or Concede, your very own dedicated Monster Girl podcast, where we pick a Monster Girl at random and talk about whether or not we would smash or pass. Who wants to pick the number for the Monster Girl we're going to be talking about today?
23.
23. That's an ogre.
Oh dear.
Oh god. Send me pics, bro.
Alright. I sent a picture in the Discord.
I mean, she's not that bad, I guess.
That's what I said. I said she wasn't that bad.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
I don't know. It just green skin's a little weird, but that's not that bad.
I don't know, man.
I'd get over it.
Nothing wrong with some green skin.
Yeah, bro. That's already. I'm just looking at her. Before any information, I'm smashing. Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay.
My
Smash.
initial thoughts, I'll give it a
I'm with
7.
you.
Sure.
I give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm around there. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so I'll read some information about it now. So, it is strong-willed, ferocious. Sex with the man thrills them to more an extreme than anything else. They channel this violent excitement into their body and lash out at a man's body with all of it. It says.
What does it mean? Is they beating me?
It says they constantly think about raping men. Should any strike their fancy, an aggressive sexual assault will take place. They try to fulfill their desire through violent sex. They love conflict, and having sex with them is almost like fighting a battle. As if to compete with each other to see who can break a man sooner, they are likely to mercilessly beat pleasure into their men. What? That's not a phrasing I would use. Do they mean literally beat, or do they mean beat like beat the meat? In order to bring them to climax as quickly as possible. It gives them pleasure and spurs their fighting spirit, setting them on fire. If their men hit them back, the viciousness of their assault will probably increase as they try to give their men more. So they are physically hitting the person because it says hit back. So whatever the case, once they get started with sex, it won't end until either they or their partners are beaten into submission, no longer able to move.
Bro, it's a fight.
Until victory or defeat is decided, they will continue, but that is not to say that they would let a man go sooner, or let a man go should he choose not to resist. Those who don't put up a fight are viewed as weaklings, who deserve to be violated by the strong. The one-sided abuse and rape will continue. If they really like a man, they won't ever let him go. They are the victors, and they'll rape a defeated man whenever they please, continuously violating him with violent pleasure. The only way to escape is to fight them and win. In other words, a man must give them so much pleasure that they become unable to move. Then when they're out cold, he must run away. If a man isn't quick enough, they'll probably soon revive and push him down, demanding a rematch. So after reading that,
9 out of 10.
She said 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 after that.
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Went from a 7 to a 9, alright?
You're not gonna lie, Camden, what? Tell me.
Let's go. You're telling me you wouldn't do that? That was cool as hell.
Camden, you don't like pain.
No, I don't like pain, but that sounds cool.
You're not gonna win this fight. She's gonna get on top, and you're gonna go, "Ow!" And then she's gonna beat the shit out of you, and then you're gonna sit on the ground crying, and she's gonna keep raping you for the rest of your life because she's never gonna let you go.
Okay.
Right. And it's based on that I'm gonna have to say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Would rape again, you know?
Would be raped again.
No. Oh, yeah.
I'm giving this a whopping 0.
0? No.
Yeah,
No, there's no way.
yeah.
That doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't want this ever to happen to me. I
Okay, okay,
cannot beat
okay.
an ogre in a fight. She's gonna rape me for the rest of my life.
Right, but think about it this way, right?
No.
Look, in a controlled environment, she's not gonna, beat the shit out of you.
Sure, if
Okay?
these okay, in a controlled environment, if these ogres are civilized and like they work as prostitutes or whatever,
That's what we're assuming, yeah.
sure.
What do you mean? That's
They're
what I'm saying.
green demon peoples. I'll have sex with them. But if
In a
I'm
civilized environment, they're just like
in
they're
a
really
civilized
dominant.
environment, I'm gonna keep my initial score because it was based only on looks, and I'm just gonna say a 6.
Okay, I mean that's more fair than a 0. All right.
In the wild, an absolute 0.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna try and get them to kill me while we're having sex so that I get to get out of my suffering.
I don't know, man. This seems like a good time.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Nine,
I'm not
nine
a
out of
fan either.
10, man.
You're what? Why?
Why what?
Explain to me.
Explain why it's a 9 out of 10?
Yeah.
All right. So,
One, she's attractive. Okay.
okay, good start. They're assumably attractive. All right.
Okay.
Uh, I'm trying to formulate my thoughts so I can give a coherent explanation.
Don't do that. Just ramble. That's how you win arguments, right?
All right. So they, they inhabit, a variety of locations. All right. So, you can find these, they're all over the place, right?
Yes.
So they're readily available.
The
That's a plus.
most of the places they live, not places I'd want to go. Caves
Well,
and wastelands.
it says mountains, caves, and wildlands is what it's telling me.
Mine says wastelands. Mine says mountains, caves, and wastelands.
I'm gonna assume the book is more accurate.
This is an updated from the newest version of the book.
New versions of the book haven't been released,
This is okay.
but I'm gonna assume that since anyone can edit wiki pages, the book is more accurate. But even if you say wastelands, right? Still, mountains, right? You go hiking,
Mountains are beautiful, you know.
go spelunking. Wildlands, I guess wastelands, maybe.
But
So
exactly, it constitutes a wasteland.
A swamp.
swamp. Maybe you're,
Oh,
maybe you're out in the bog, and you
and
come
Shrek
across.
comes out, he fucking rapes you.
So variety of locations, that's a plus. All right. If you
Why is that a
ever,
plus?
if you ask me, all right, aggressive women are better than not aggressive women.
This isn't just
So,
aggressive. This is abusive.
okay,
Look,
I'm not. Look, that's not. It's not. Look, it's not sounding like a problem. Is what I'm trying to say.
You damn masochist.
I'm saying if this lady wants to fight me while having sex, let's go. Pull up.
yeah, I expect this to be like a 10 out of 10 for Ryan. It's
Oh, yeah,
very much.
look, 10 out of 10's a bit. I don't know if any.
Sorry.
I don't know if any of these are a 10, but I give it a strong 9.
You get
I
beaten till you cannot move.
Yeah, I would,
Well, he wins.
and I'd have a great time doing it too.
What? I... Okay. Camden, why is it a 9 out of 10 for you?
It's pretty hot, bro. I know. That's all I need.
Listen, all of these monster girls are going to be 9 out of 10 if that's your only criteria.
Yeah, and
Okay,
you guys,
separate.
and like I said last time, it's a nice, these monster girls are like a cuisine. You gotta try it, right? Okay.
That doesn't guarantee it's going to be a 9 out of 10 just because you have to try it.
Look.
Assuming you try it, How good do you think the sex would be after you're beaten up?
Okay, I don't know. What am I? Look,
I'd
I'm
give
just
it a
saying.
9. I'd give it a 9 in a controlled environment, and I'd give it an 8 in the wild. All right, we'll do a little bit
Yeah,
of adjusting
yeah.
there
So
because
being
there's a
held
chance
captive for the rest
there's
of
a,
your life is
there's
the
a chance I die in the wild. Okay, which
yeah.
isn't
Mhm.
ideal.
And
So,
you're being held captive for the rest of your life.
well, that's fine.
What?
Look, I'm gonna assume, right? These like 'cause they're monster girls, so they value sex. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna assume based on that that they want someone. They're gonna want me to perform.
Yeah.
So, I don't imagine they're going to be keeping me in a cage, malnourished, if they, if they need me to have lots of energy. I imagine I'll be semi taken care of.
Listen, who do you think has better cities in a fantasy world? Ogres or humans?
I'm not
He's just,
saying,
he's just
I'm
gonna
not
protect
saying, I'm not
Ogre.
saying life as a captive in an ogre encampment will be better than living in, the fantasy equivalent of New
And
York.
you said
But I
last
am
time,
saying, hmm?
you said last time that you would not commit yourself to a sword girl, right?
I would,
Because
no,
there's
I
other,
did say that. I
huh?
also would not commit,
You're
like,
being trapped for life and it's still good? It's an 8?
look,
You're
no.
fine?
The difference between Sword Girl was
She
like,
cuts you to pieces.
well, not only that, but it
She
was like
didn't.
an objective like vow of like mutual exclusivity. With an Ogre Girl, I'm just there until I can get away. Like there's no like seal or contract being made. I'm just there. I can leave in theory.
But you could cheat on a sword girl.
Maybe.
I don't know
Also,
if you get
Camden,
away with it, bro.
Camden, this ogre is gonna beat you up more than the sword person would. The sword person cut you. This person's gonna be like breaking your bones.
Look.
One of those, arguably is worse than the other, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, being cut.
She's not
Yeah.
cutting you enough that you're gonna bleed out, which means it's not that deep.
Okay, but look, I'm just saying cuts versus like cut slashing damage versus like blunt damage. I'll take the blunt all day long.
Yeah.
Even if the intensity of the blunt damage is higher, it still beats being cut,
It
man.
does not. That's not
Oh,
true.
I
we
just
don't even know
I
if it's hot or
disagree.
right.
I
It could be
disagree, man.
like the same level.
That's also true. It's really a gamble because if you get like a crazy, yandere sword girl, she might be going deep with those cuts, man. There's no guarantee
Yeah,
that
but there
she's
is a guarantee that you're gonna be unable to move after you're beaten by this ogre. That means you're probably gonna
No,
be
there's
breaking
not
multiple
guaranteed.
bones. It is. It says they fight. That you keep having sex until you cannot move because you've
okay,
been
okay,
so
but check
beaten.
this out. Check this out, right? What if there's that
I
there's
win.
that one there's that 1 in a million chance that I get like the the tsundere or the kudere ogre
No, no, no.
who's
You
like,
can't be inserting things into this.
I'm just saying that's a reasonable assumption. You to assume that one out of the entire species is not a super aggressive beat me to death lady. Now, I'm I assume we're speaking generally when we do these kind of things. That way we're not inserting. So, generally speaking, hyper aggressive, incredibly physically violent women. That sounds great. Sign me up.
I'm with Brian here. That sounds like you're gonna go for a good time.
In a controlled environment, zero risk of death. I
See,
can leave whenever I want. Nine
see,
out of
Camden
10.
is lying
In the wild,
Look,
you know, 8 out of 10, man. That's my ogre rating right there. That's my ogre
Brian's
review.
being honest here. Camden's memeing
what the hell? Why would you think that?
because you don't like pain, Camden.
Well, okay, check
And
this out,
look,
Jonas. This might change your mind. All right.
Okay, what?
Quote: Copulation with her thereafter will transcend the intensity of any sex the man has ever had before. This is peak.
bruh. See, look, Jonas. It's even more reason to do it.
If you can manage to defeat them you will get the best sex of your life, objectively.
I'm not gonna win. I can't beat an
But
ogre.
train, man. It's fantasy world. Magic exists. There's ways, all
I'm
right?
out in the woods. I'm training. An ogre rapes me. I'm not ready. I can't go anymore.
That's training in itself. Train your durability by getting beat up. Train your strength by resisting. You're just biting. It's a waiting game.
You're biding your time, right? Till you're a high enough level.
Yeah, that's 8 and 9. Final answer, man.
All right, since the sex becomes the best sex I've ever had, right? I'll raise it to a 2
Yeah.
because I still don't want to get beaten up and have to beat them up either. So yeah, that's my final. Okay, let's run over the final scores.
All right.
We'll start with Camden. Give us your final scores, 3 of them. In the wild, what?
Look, that's an 8 right there.
In the wild's an 8. Okay.
No, wild. Oh, sorry. Wild's like a. You can probably go with this like a 6.
Okay.
And then like in a controlled environment, it's definitely an 8.
Yeah, in a controlled environment, she's good looking. I'll give it a 6.
She's good looking.
Maybe a 7.
I'll give it a 6.
Listen, if it was a controlled environment and it still felt like the best sex I ever had, sure, I'll give it an 8 or a 9.
All right. Well, this specifically says when they're defeated, the sex becomes the best.
Look, you're telling me you can't defeat a prostitute?
You're not supposed to
Hyper
hit the
freaking
prostitutes.
super strength prostitute. It's like if Wonder Woman was, horn it up, and you were like, "What? You can't beat a prostitute, man?"
That's all I'm saying.
Real super strong lady over here.
Yeah, I'll give it. Okay, maybe I'll raise it to a 7. I mean, they all don't look like the one on the wiki.
That's true. They're not
So
all gonna look like that.
they might not be bombshells. So I'll just give it a 7 because they're just normal green women with horns. And the kinks don't really go my way, so it's not like I'm going to a hooker shop that matches my kinks. So
I mean, that's fair. I mean, if you're in a city full of fantasy girl brothels, you're probably not gonna go to the ogre shop.
nah, man. And then what was your was there a third category? Oh, no, that was initial. Yeah, what was your initial, Camden?
It's like an 8 out of 10.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
All right, Brian.
My initial score, I believe, was a 7. In the wild, easy 8. In a controlled environment, easy 9. This is an easy breed for me.
Easy breed. Okay. I
mean,
think it would actually be quite a hard fought breed, considering
Okay.
the situation.
It's an easy decision to make. I'm willing to put the work in, though.
Good, it's what they want.
What I want.
My initial was a 6. My controlled was a 7. And then my in the wild I raised to a 2. I'm definitely conceding here. So far I'm 0 to 2.
I'm 2 for 2, baby.
No, you conceded last time.
I know.
You're 1 to 1.
I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah, Camden is just full on horny.
Look. Yeah. I can't deny that.
And if you were to make assumptions about his kinks from these 2 videos, you'd think he's a liar and a secret masochist.
No. Look. I don't really have kids.
We'll find
Look,
out. The
Camden.
more monsters that are going to be violent that you breed with, I'm getting doubts.
I don't like
man.
pain. I swear.
I am a firm
I'm not
believer.
physically attracted. Okay. I don't
The
like
truth
it.
is always going to get out, Camden. So you might as well be up front from the beginning, okay?
Look, I'm just saying. Ogres, they're probably into pegging. That's all I'm saying.
All right, they don't have penises. All right, first off, and They don't have penises, so
Well, yeah, that has nothing to do with pegging.
Get a strap on.
I understand what you're saying, but there's nothing to suggest that they are into pegging based on what is stated in the book and the illustrations to go along with that.
Look.
Okay, wait,
Look here.
no. I have something to defend Camden's pegging dreams here, right? It says that sex reaches a new height when they do this, right? Tell me where the man's G spot is.
Doesn't the man
He
have
has a
multiple
point.
Doesn't the man have multiple G spots?
They're in the ass, I'm pretty sure.
All of them?
I don't think you have any in like I don't think the penis has any G spots. I might be wrong, but I'm just saying that sounds like once you beat her.
Quote, the sensitive gland is located within the body behind the penis.
Yeah, that's how you hit it through the butthole.
You don't have to.
How are they gonna get behind your penis?
You what? They lift your
They
ball.
can find-
Listen.
Also, yes, it does say that copulation with her will transcend the intensity of any sex a man's ever had before. But that could just mean, again, magic exists. And I'm having sex
Yeah.
with an ogre.
I'm trying to
So,
keep Camden's dreams of being pegged by an ogre
look,
lady alive.
Like, I don't know why this became my dreams or whatever, but you know.
All right, well, we're at 24 minutes, so I think we can end it here.
very nice.
See you guys next time on Breeder Concede.